This week on Primo's Truth About Hunting.
For the next 14 days, we're hunting with South Nahanni Outfitters.
Trails everywhere from the caribou and the moose.
Home sweet home for a little while.
This is the very first caribou I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if I've ever worked as hard as we worked for these two.
You got some adrenaline going now, don't you?
That was the most unbelievable thing I've ever done.
My wife knew how good these things. She can cook them every day. I got your spaghetti ready, baby.
Welcome to the woods, y'all. Down home with the boys. Here we go.
It's a natural high, out back in the country. Trophy rack in my sights, bragging rights on my buddies. If you wanna know why we do what we do, why tell ain't no lie, to tell you the truth, it's a natural high.
Primo's Truth About Hunting is brought to you by Matthews, Bushnell, Rage, Cabela's, Yeti Coolers, The Block, Ozonics, Squincher, Black Gold, Ripcord, and Primo's Hunting. Speak the language.
The great Northwest Territories of Canada. A wild and remote wilderness of untold beauty. This remote wilderness is over 12,500 square miles. And the best way to access it is by plane or helicopter. Kevin Meacham and Jordan Goza are gonna be roughing it for the next 14 days, right on the McKenzie River. Brown bear, Yukon moose, mountain caribou, mountain goats, and Dall sheep are all residents of this mountain range. On this adventure, we're hunting with South Nahanni Outfitters in the old wild north of the McKenzie Mountains.
Ready as I'm gonna get. This is the hard part, getting to camp. You know, we're in Yellowknife, and we're headed to base camp with South Nahanni Outfitters. And there's 10 hunters going in on this flight. Jordan and I are 2 of 10, so we got a lot of gear. We also got to haul in fuel and groceries and all our camera equipment. So they're making some exceptions this time.
Come along with us as we begin part 1 of a 2-part series, experiencing the thrill of chasing big game. Welcome to the McKenzie Mountains, some of the most rugged, unforgiving, unexplored territory that is left in the wilds of Northwest Canada.
It's home.
For a minute.
Yeah, for a little while.
I think that was my first non-asphalt land right there.
South Nahanni Outfitters is family owned and operated by Werner and Sonny Oshbacher.
This guy. Hi, Kevin.
You doing okay? You Sonny?
Yeah, I'm Sonny.
Sonny, Tommy Howard.
Tommy Howard, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice to meet you.
Hola, Diego, ¿cómo estás?
After unloading our gear, it was time to head on over to Sonny's kitchen to find out what's for supper. Because she is the best cook in the Northwest Territories.
Yes, that is fresh salmon.
Living off the land takes on a whole new meaning. It's more than a business because they love what they do, just living the hunting lifestyle. Sonny speaks 3 different languages fluently: German, Spanish, and English. She runs the base camp and homeschools her children in an environment that they call living the dream. Now let's join Kevin Meacham as he does his homework by making sure his rifle is ready for the hunt.
This segment of Truth About Hunting was brought to you by Mossy Oaks Native Nurseries at Biologic and Under Armour Boots. Closed captioning by Amazon.com/Primos.
Now it's time to head to Spike Camp.
Welcome home.
Home sweet home for a little while.
Trails everywhere from the Caribou and the moose.
This is the very first caribou I've ever seen in my life.
Once we got our guns checked out and made sure they were dialed in, it was time to get all our gear out. And we had camera gear, hunting gear, guns. We probably had more gear than they were accustomed to seeing. It's amazing how much gear we actually managed to load into the helicopter, including us and the pilot and our guide. We got all that loaded up, and now it's time to head to Spike Camp.
At South Nahanni, we experienced a new dimension in game management with next to zero hunting pressure in prime locations in their huge and vast 12,500 square mile open area. Even with a near 100% success rate, great care and conservation is given to the game populations in this great untouched wilderness.
There they are, the Dall Sheep. They're going to be the first animals that we go after in the next 14 days, and the most difficult.
Welcome home.
Home sweet home for a little while.
But once you do actually arrive at Spike Camp, you always want to set up your tent first, because you never know when it's going to start raining. So we did that, then we decided to get all our gear situated around our campsite and decide what we wanted for dinner. Even though we're in the middle of the wilderness, Sonny made sure we had plenty of mountain house to pick from and other snacks, because you got to fuel up to chase these Dall Sheep.
Spaghetti. Italian. My wife knew that good these days. She can cook them every day. I got your spaghetti ready, baby.
This segment of Truth About Hunting was brought to you by Summit Tree Stands and Tight Spot Arrow Quivers.
We just broke the ice. We're going to get those sheep.
And they climb in 3 hours. He thinks so, right? Well, it's amazing how they can do it in all these rocks. There's one right there.
This Primos Minute is brought to you by Polaris Ranger EV.
This week on the Primos Minute, we're going to tell you all about our Primos trigger sticks.
Not only are they the best shooting sticks out there, they have a multitude of uses.
And with one pull of the trigger stick adjusts to any height.
No more locking and unlocking the legs. One pull and it adjusts to any angle on any terrain.
The trigger stick's construction is lightweight and durable, which makes it perfect for any hunting condition.
There are several models to choose from: the monopod, bipod, and tripod.
The monopod and bipod come in 2 heights, the tall for big game hunting and the short which is great for turkey and predator hunting.
The tall monopod is also great for hunting in a tree stand. And with the Trigger Stick's tree stand attachment, you get 180 degrees of shooting range.
And if you remove the Trigger Stick's V-yoke, you are able to attach your still camera, video camera, or spotting scope.
And that's your Primos Minute for this week.
And that's how we speak the language.
But no, once we did get to camp and we started deciding where we were going to put our tent, we noticed there were trails everywhere from the caribou and the moose. So we put the DPS camera up to try to catch anything moving through camp while we're out looking for sheep.
Speaking of sheep, we climbed the whole day, another 8 hours, all the way to the top. Set up, we thought we saw a bedded ram. We sat there probably, what, 2 hours?
Yeah, you know, we first saw what we thought was a ram. We looked at him with a spotting scope for a long time. I guess it's just the way the rock was laying. But
it was a white rock is what we looked at.
Yeah.
Man.
And then we headed back to camp, I don't know, late that evening to make it back before dark. And when you know it, headed back down the mountain, what do we see?
There they are, right above our tent on a different ridge from where we hiked that whole day.
Yep, so when we got to camp, we got out the mountain house and had dinner and getting ready to go to bed and thought the day was over. All of a sudden, here come the caribou.
Just got done eating dinner and looked up and got 3 bull caribou coming at us. They're coming straight at us, Kevin. They just walked out. If you can film from that side, or do you have to go over his shoulder? Whenever he turns broadside and you've got a shot, take it.
You got him.
Good bull, buddy. Bull caribou down, baby. Yes! That's a big dude. Oh, Rob said he's non-typical on one side. So he's a real old bull. Hey, right here in camp, we got our first kill in Northwest Territories. Meacham.
Congratulations, man.
I've heard a lot about mountain caribou, and this is the very first caribou I've ever seen in my life. That's a stud.
Congratulations, Jordan.
Thank you, Kevin. That was good. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, we just broke the ice. We're going to get those sheep tomorrow.
This segment of Truth About Hunting was brought to you by Smokehouse Salt Company and Under Armour Apparel.
That'd be some big rams. That was an awesome feeling to both tag out on the same day.
I was scared to death.
Bad as I wanted to ride back down, it ain't worth losing our lives over.
Well, the very next morning after I killed the caribou right out of the tent, we got a several-hour hike straight up the mountain going after the 2 Dall sheep we saw the day before. We've been going up 3 hours.
We've been climbing 3 hours. Whew, seems like 10. Better be some big rams right up here. Robert's gonna get to see this real close.
Who's Robert?
That's just a nickname I gave him. Robert, Robbie, super guy.
He said he likes Roberta.
Oh, Roberta.
Whatever you guys want to call me, just don't miss.
And kill both of them?
We can't call him by his real name because he's wanted in most Canadian provinces. He thinks they're right below us, maybe. He ain't for sure.
I'm just going to take a look down.
Alright. He's going to take a look down, see if they're below us.
easier to see.
I ain't ranged them. We finally located the sheep. They're just right over the top of the mountain. But with the high winds up here, we need to move a little closer and try to get into a better position for a good shot. There's one right there.
He's old enough. He's old
See that
enough.
one, Jordan?
Yeah. Whenever you're ready. Hey! Hey!
You on him?
Yeah.
Hold the camera.
Right down here. You put another one in.
Already did.
Can you get over here? It's just better than the camera motion.
Can you see him, Jordan?
Yeah.
Hold on, move. Hold on, Jordan.
That one's too young on the right. Got it?
Yeah.
They can clear those rocks. Can you still see them? Yeah. How far do you got before they move? A little bit.
Hold on.
Got him?
Yeah.
Hang on. That's my brother Meacham.
Oh, that is the prettiest in the world.
Thank you. God. We just pulled it off, Meacham. I've never in my life worked so hard for something like that. Oh, Rob, take this gun before I drop it. Oh. That was the most unbelievable thing I've ever done in my life. We had just about given up hope. I'm speechless, brother.
You got some adrenaline going now, don't you?
Hey, brother.
That's been a trip, ain't it?
That one. We earned it. Man. That's
Good
what I'm
job,
talking about.
guys.
Thank you, Rob. That was awesome. Professionals for sure. You were quick. Holy moly. I don't even know where yours went.
I hope to the bottom.
To the very bottom. Holy moly.
Woo! Isn't that unbelievable, Jordan? He's broomed off on one side, but he's full on the other side. It's unbelievable how they can take that fall. And no, he was already broomed off, but how they just don't tear anything up. I know it. That's just amazing how they can do it. And all these, and I mean, nothing but rocks.
After a lot of work with Kevin's sheep, we finally got down to mine. He is fine. He rolled probably another 200 yards, I bet, past Kevin's. We have worked, I don't know if I've ever worked as hard as we worked for these two suckers. Good. Thank you, Rob. Old super guide over there. Now the work begins. We got to pack him out, and we got a long ways to go to the bottom. We on the downhill side of it now. Kevin's got his sheep on his back. I got mine. We got all of our camera equipment. We started way up top. We headed down now. There he is. This is probably the heaviest weight I've ever packed out, but today I don't have a single problem with it. It's actually a good weight to have.
was coming in to get my caribou. We just so happened to be coming off the mountain with 2 sheep. We're gonna try to catch a lift with it. Rob, you need any help at all?
Nothing. I'm gonna get you guys in, that's it.
Well, as bad as I wanted the ride back down, it ain't worth losing our lives over.
You weren't nervous, were you?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was scared to death. He thought he was doing us a favor. He was gonna come in there and land and give us a ride back with our sheep. Well, his plan didn't come together. The pad he was wanting to land on wasn't big enough. So every time he would land, it just started sliding off the mountain every time, and eventually he caught it off.
Not to mention the wind that was coming up.
Man, he caught it off. He said, "You boys can walk. I'm going down."
Well, you know, our plan for the sheep actually worked out like we were hoping. There were several rams up there, and we got to the top. We both got one. So, man, that was an awesome feeling to both tag out on the same day.
Thanks for being with us on The Truth and sharing with us what we love and cherish so much, this great sport of hunting. Join us again as we continue the tradition of hunting and just living the outdoor lifestyle. God willing, we'll see you next week.
Next week on Primos Truth About Hunting.
Day 8, Northwest Territories, and we already spotted a real nice bull moose.
Isn't it unbelievable how big these animals are? It started raining and the wind started blowing.
You see the waves in his paddle?
South Nahani is one of those places we'll definitely be back. Man, what an adventure this has been.